Hello everybody, coming at you with all my Smite. How you guys doing today? Today I'm going for a ride on my 2020 SRF electric motorcycle. It is 38 degrees out. I'm running with my heated gear. We're starting off with a full charge. I honestly didn't think I would get a chance to get out and ride after our previous snowstorm, which that blew over. The roads are relatively dry today, so I figured it wouldn't be that bad of an idea to come out and do a little bit of riding. Now, I've been sharing my videos across multiple groups on Facebook, and this has resulted in a lot of, good conversation between why and how things work with the electronic motorcycles, and even across YouTube. But one of the topics that I'm going to cover today is why I chose the standard over the premium model for the Zero SRF. Now we're going to cover all what features the premium model has over the standard, and the one is the standard comes with a 3 kilowatt charger, and the premium has a 6 kilowatt charger, which is actually two 3 kilowatt chargers. And you got some fancy bar ends, which I replaced mine. I put gold bar ends on mine anyhow, so that really didn't matter to me. And it also comes with heated grips. Now the added price is about an extra $2,000, but if you start pricing out all the options it comes with versus what you're paying for, if you were to add them onto a standard, you see it's actually not a bad deal, because chargers alone are expensive. The heated grip option is close to $200. Bar ends are like $5. I'm sure there's maybe a little bit more, I'm not sure, but they're not, it's not something I would buy. I would buy a bike just because, oh, the premium has bar ends. So there's no performance difference between the premium and the standard. There is a weight difference about 20 pounds. The charger weighs about 20 pounds. So that being said, this bike, there's only a wet measurement of the bike because it's always wet. And this bike weighs 485 pounds. So the other one weighs, maybe it's 10 pounds because I think it's like 495. So it's 10 to 20 pounds for a charger. So the price difference is only about $2,000. But here's the advantages of that $2,000. So with a 6 kilowatt charger, it literally charges twice as fast as this was, if you have access to that electricity. If you look at the stats, the bike, if you're using level 1 charging, the charger does not do anything more. Level 1 charging, you can only charge so fast, and the level 1 charging from dead to full is about 8.5 hours. I had no intention of actually purchasing a charger for my home because it just didn't seem logical to me. If it takes 8 hours, it takes 8 hours, and that's dead to full. You rarely run your motorcycle to dead most of the time. I mean, you can fill up before that, so it's not 8 hours regardless every time you plug it in. If you were to charge with just the standard 3 kilowatt charger on the full power, it's about 4.5 hours from dead to full. So with the extra 3 kilowatt charger that comes on the premium, you cut that in half to 2.5 hours. Generally, when people ride electric motorcycles, they don't run them all the way to dead before they charge, because you actually do lose some performance below 50%. So you really want to keep it as close to the 80 range as possible. So if you were to go with the premium with a charge tank, you would have two 3 kilowatt chargers and an additional 6 kilowatts. Now I'm not sure if the charge tank is 2 3 kilowatts or is it actually a 6 kilowatt charger, but that gets you up to 12 kilowatt hour charging capabilities. And with that, in just about an hour, you can have this thing charged from dead to full. Now that's pretty substantial. But the problem is the charge tank's another $2,000. The premium's $2,000. So you're adding $4,000 on top of your motorcycle. Now, if you could have got a deal like I got, and this would be I paid $16,000 for this. Now this is pre anything for tax benefits. I didn't factor that in because I kind of see that as not really being fair. You know, you gotta wait for that money, and you may or may not get it. So if you add another $4,000 on top of $16,000, then you're looking at $20,000. So if you could actually get a fully equipped motorcycle for $20,000, it wouldn't be that bad of a deal. But if you're not planning on charging, it doesn't make any sense. I haven't had a need. I've done 670 miles on this bike, and only one major ride that I actually drained it to dead. Most of it was just here and there jaunts. Now each user application is going to be totally different. Like I said before, I use this majority for just having fun, you know, just going out and riding and commuting. So it's just a sport bike to commute on for me. It's a lot of fun, you know, having all that raw performance. So the charging option, it was never an issue for me. So this is what I'm saying, is it based on your needs, that regulates what you need for charging. Now if you want an extra 20 miles, you can spend $2,000 and get the extra battery pack. And what that will do is, like I said, it adds some mileage to the motorcycle. Now I calculate everything in highway miles going 70 mile an hour because that is what I do. I mean, I didn't buy this bike to just baby it and ride in eco mode all the time. I set it, I have my own custom sport mode, and that's what it's set to at all times. So depending on your location and your charging infrastructure, so if you have a lot of chargers and you're not worried about range, you can just stop, top off for 5-10 minutes. Well, not, I mean, yeah, stop off for 10 to 20 minutes, hook it up, just to keep it topped off more or less. Then by all means, I would go with the charge tank and the premium model, because you just have insane fast charging, close to DC fast charging, but DC is still going to blow you away. But the fact of the matter is it's all relative. That's the beauty of it. You mean, if you want the cheapest bike that will do everything performance wise, just not charge as fast, that's the only difference. It just doesn't charge as fast. And like I said, the base price of a charger is $2,000. So the upcharge for the premium is $2,000. But they throw in all the extra goodies like the, you know, heated grips. And like we said before, they're $200 a piece alone. So you actually do make out buying a premium motorcycle. But it just didn't suit my needs, you know. I was never planning on having to go charge, because in my area there are some chargers, like I said, but there's literally like one in every spot where there's one charger. It's not like we have a bunch of infrastructure like these other countries and other states for that matter. If matter of fact, if I were to drive to State College, there are literally just chargers everywhere. But that's a more populated, you know, college town, so. And that's also like, you know, an hour and a half plus away from me. So what I want you to do is, when you sit down and you're trying to determine which bike do you want and what price can you get it for, that really makes or breaks the deal. Now there's some stones on the road, you can hear them bouncing off. It's one thing you have to be careful about riding in the winter. Now my GoPro is absolutely destroying these batteries. It does not like the cold weather. I mean, 38 degrees with the wind chill factor, and with it just blasting my camera, it's not too impressed. On the bright note, since it's an electric vehicle, I can hear the camera beeping and telling me that it's dead. That's pretty cool, huh? Yeah. So I'm going to try to wrap this video up rather quickly. So if you can find a nice deal on a premium motorcycle and you need the extra charging, but once you sit down and evaluate all your needs and your charging infrastructure, base your purchase off how much money you want to spend, how much charging you're actually going to do, and make your purchase. It's a fun bike. It's an awesome bike. But I didn't see a need to spend the extra $5 grand. And I say $5 grand because I couldn't find a bike that was this cheap. at the time. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe or follow me on Facebook. Have a nice day and God bless.